going on, sis? How you feel?
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling great. And, I said it. I was like, they're like, oh man, we're going to have some of our Converge team. I said, I don't care what happens. I'm sitting with Proof. That's it. Like, I need to sit with my brother. We have talked about doing things that really are, about who we are.
Yeah.
And I remember when you first picked up the camera, bro, I just want to go back to those moments of you being like, you know what? Like, I'm going to shoot through the lens. I'm going to be here on the field. I'm going to be in the court. I'm going to be in the community with my camera. People really got to know you through you being everywhere. Tell us a bit about that for you, because I came through and I'm like, Proof is everywhere.
Yeah. First of all, I got to give a big shout out to you. Thank you for letting me on your show.
Of course.
And second, thank you for being my friend for over 20 years, like 20 plus years. When I first got here, you was one of my first friends. You showed me my home that I was living, You showed me my community.
We sure
and,
did.
And I appreciate that, because that made me the man that I am right now. And you were into all of this talk shows and theater. And I mean, I was just a witty person, just was hanging with you, and supporting what you were doing. When you came back, and you was like, yo, you're everywhere. What are you doing right now? I went through a divorce, and it was a trying time in my life. And I kind of think the camera chose me. I went out on a date, and she kept talking about her son so much. I wanted to see the film about it. But she had like 10 minutes worth of reel. I was like, yo, I don't know if I could deal with 10 minutes worth of reel to try to get one highlight. I don't know. So she sent it to me, and I started editing, and that's how I kind of blossomed into that. I gained so much confidence. My camera saved my life.
Yeah.
It was my own world. It was the way for me to pave or capture a moment the way I wanted to tell it. So I didn't really know I was no artist or no photographer. I finally got a camera. Big shout out to Jeremy Petty too, man. He Mr. Petty, Jerome Petty, man. He invested in me. That's why I love community so much. It's because people take chances on you, and you don't know who will take a chance on you,
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Petty from Cleveland, big shout out to Cleveland, Mr. Petty. But he gave me my first camera. He wanted Jerome to get a mixtape, and I edited it. And I was like, man, all I need is a camera. I didn't know what kind of camera or nothing. Somebody said T6i. I said, yeah, that's what I wanted. And he gave it to me, man. And since forward, man, it's my own world. This proof is in the play. I'm always proving it to myself in the mirror first that I can do something. I fell down so much that now it's just I'm up right now. You know what I mean? I'm all the way up.
No, you are all the way up, and you are all the way live. And I probably need the tissues close by me, because we haven't been able to do this on camera. We talk a lot off camera, but we have not been able to do this on camera. And
No.
I remember coming to your house, and you were doing a podcast episode, and I was like, look at this guy. I was just so in awe of you giving to yourself, brother, and like you being like, nah, no matter what, I'm going to find a way to pick up the pieces. I'm going to be plugged in. And then when we started going out into community together, you're right. Like when Proof first got here, y'all, he didn't know nobody. He was like, what's good? And I was like, Proof, come on. We're going to go around all the community hubs. We're going to, make sure you know all the people. And then years later, I come through, and everybody knew you. And I'm like, oh, look, you kept that going, right? You really did keep it going. But you were like, nah, I think you were one of the people that I felt like saw the brilliance in so much of what was going on within our community. Tell us a bit about that, because you really used your camera. Then you had the podcast. You're showcasing local, rappers and artists and MCs and young kids. I mean, you were like somebody who said, you know what? I'm not waiting for nobody else to capture this when we talk about our stories. Just tell us a bit about what that means to you.
I feel like our history is our pride, and I think we need to capture that more often. I think, what made me prideful is, reading about Malcolm X and seeing pictures of him in his power. All our greats in their powerful days, they always had somebody to tell the tale or to capture the moment at that present moment in time. And I felt like Seattle didn't have it at that point. I seen so much greatness in so many people, and it's really started out. Shout out to all my baller homies. You guys all know who y'all are. It's been a lot of baller homies. As anybody that dribbled a basketball in the last 10 to 15 years, it ain't, I've seen.
Yeah.
If they have been dribbling a basketball, they under a rock. I promise you. I've been to every gym. from Vancouver to Vancouver, just watching these kids develop and seeing their greatness. But that's why I started. I wanted to capture the moments. I wanted to make sure it was our narrative, not somebody else's narrative that was trying to tell our narrative. I seen so much power and so much greatness in us. So I just wanted to capture it. And then when, we always have conversations. You was like, yo, bro, you're an artist. You know that? And I was like, hell you talking about, man? I'm just, in my own world. And I had to, embrace that, and shout out to the Converge family, everybody here. Like, you guys are making me embrace my greatness. I'm always seeing greatness in everybody else, but I'm embracing my own greatness now. So it feels good.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that too, because there was such a whole story behind you really crafting the Truth with Proof. And I remember as you were thinking about names and I'm like, man, that's it. You came up with that one. I'm like, that's the one. Like, that's golden. But now you've already been interviewing so many people. I keep hearing about all the food that you keep bringing on the show.
Proof of the food.
I keep hearing about all the amazing food.
Yeah. Listen. Want to look at people. I love everybody.
Right.
First of all, let's let that be known. But I rated 1 through 5. Okay, come in there with your best now. Don't come in there with nothing less. But I've been having some great, amazing business people. People of that starting their business slow, but I can see brick and mortars in their future. I just didn't know it was so many great cooks around, and great people that can do cooks. My whole vision right now is to see more restaurants and more places that we can go eat that looks like us. I definitely want some more breakfast spots and some, things of that nature. But it's so great to see greatness. When you're around greatness, you can't hide around your greatness. You got to either step in your greatness, or you're going to have to stay in the shadows for a while and let them play. And I ain't going to never be on the bench. I'm always try to be in the game,
I love it, brother.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for embracing that, because, we met in the halls of Seattle Central.
Hello.
And I promised you back then, it was like we just clicked immediately. And ever since then, you've always been such a trusted friend for me. But to see you take yourself to another level with the Truth with Proof and Converge, you've gone all over the place. I saw you with Danny Glover.
Hello.
Look,
did you see me with Danny?
Hey, I saw you with Danny.
I cheers with Danny.
Did y'all see him with Danny? He was with Danny.
You know. But, Lethal Weapon, I was with him.
Yeah, right,
okay?
right.
Yes.
But I mean, that's the kind of things, the doors that open to you when you're talking about leveling up, stepping into your greatness and everything like that. I mean, when you think about longevity and impact, we both are parents. And so a lot of my drive is about my sons, right? And I talk about it all the time, but it's such a huge deal for me to be like, what can I be doing to ensure that they understand greatness? So tell us a bit about you as a parent and kind of that next generation, not only just your kids, but as you said, all the youth that you connect with out here in the community. How important is it for you to be doing what you do so they can really see it and see it come through?
Well, I just want them to see me working hard so they know they have to work hard for it too. This just didn't happen. I love what I do. And it didn't matter if we was in a Paramount or in a brick building in a corner somewhere. As long as we were doing what I love to do, it don't feel like work like that. Yeah. So, I would tell all of them, like, I'm trying to live a legacy more than I live a property. Mm-hmm. So, when people say you got to own the land, I really believe that. We got to have some legacy too. They got to know their history. They got to be prideful in that. I feel pride when my daughter says, ProofNThePlay, that's my dad. Yeah. So it's different for me, because I don't want to think that I have to own the land all the time. You know what I mean? I want to have a legacy so when I'm gone, they still have something to remember me by, not just dirt and rubbish. I want them to remember me by some greatness too. So,
hey.
But it is important to own the land. We do need to own the land. Make sure you understand that. When I talk about the youngsters, they're losing the pride and the traditions of being who they are. And I want them to understand who they are. So first, understand who you are and be prideful in that. And being whoever you are, be prideful in that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a powerful message. And, it's something that I share with my sons. When I think about, the ways of the world, there's so many different kinds of conversations I need to
Yeah.
have with them, right? And that's really important. And also creating, all of this so that they can see the example of it. When we think about some of the things that you're excited about for your show as it grows, I just want you to be able to tell me about that, because I know it's coming up tonight. We're gonna make sure you tell people at the end of this,
Yeah.
how they catch up with you. But tell us a bit about, as it grows and the more people you're able to connect with, just some of the things that you're really looking forward to.
Man, I've been living the dream. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I'm living I'm trying to live in the moment so much. I have wore a suit for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to hold an Emmy that was ours, Now I'm trying to strive to see how I can get my own within this team right now. So we got more Emmys to get. So we got to keep working hard at that.
Yeah.
What I'm looking forward to, basketball season's about to come up. If anybody know Proof and the Play, they know I'm on somebody's baseline somewhere, filming, taking pictures of basketball. I want to make sure I give all my baller homies the encouragement to know they can make their dreams come true. But they got to see just as hard as I work, they just had to work just as hard as I do, maybe twice as hard because you're younger. So, what I'm looking forward to, the Roundup. Big shout out to Shaylon Cuddy. We're going to be out there. I guess I'm going to tell y'all now. We're going to try to do pregame shows for the games of the week. So we're going to be there and have pregame and have all of that good stuff for them, trying to have the player of the games. We're trying to encourage these kids and make sure they're ready for the media when they get to their dreams. I don't want them to be unprepared when their dreams are right there in front of them for the opportunity to grab it. So, they need media training, and why not be Proof in the Play trying to interview them so they can get prepared for that. So it's a lot of things that, I'm excited for. But more importantly, I'm just excited to keep learning, keep growing. As long as I got my camera in my hand, I think I'm going to be all right, though.
Yeah, no, you absolutely will. And,
Yeah.
And now you can even add, as long as there's a camera around capturing what you're doing,
you know
what I mean?
Around. Because the Truth or Proof is coming on tonight, too.
Look right
make
there.
Sure we understand
that. You tell them right there in that camera how they catch up with you.
Listen,
okay?
ladies, gentlemen, children, boys, and girls, whatever you go by, Truth or Proof is on tonight, every Tuesday at 8:30. We have just greatness. I want to see everybody's greatness. And so if you know greatness that's around you and you think they need to be interviewed, please contact me. I'm always easy to get around. You can always go Proof at Converge, where we converge.com if you want to email me. But like I said, man, the Truth or Proof, we got a whole bunch of Factors TVs. I see Weird at Night in the building. I see a whole bunch of my Converge family in here. You know what I mean? So I feel comfortable in here. And just know that we working hard, man. We ain't just settling off for that one Emmy we had, We gonna get some more, you hear me?
Yeah,
for sure.
You hear me?
You hear me though? Hey, man, and I know y'all see the afro. Usually I got waves with a little shag, but D-Pick, man, I'm telling you, I'm growing it out for you. You know what I mean? This is my last hoorah growing hair. So I'm gonna grow it out for you. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out and RIP to D-Pick and Caleb, man. We're going to live on. You hear me?
Yeah.
We're going to live on. The marathon got to continue.
That's right. You're so right. And I love to know that because, growing it out for D-Pick, I know he's like, get it, Proof.
Because he know I don't want to do all of that. You know what I mean? I keep the little shag in the back, business in the front, party in the back. No longer of that. You know what I mean? Right. I gotta make sure I do something for D-Pick just to keep reminding me of his greatness because, he left an impact on me. So I got to keep reminding me of my greatness. And now I got to go through the ugly stage of the afro and all of that good stuff. But, I'm going to love it.
You're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. Man,
what?
Brother, thank you so much for being here and giving me time today. This was so amazing. I love you so much and just so proud of you. Keep on growing.
Oh, no, we got to grow together.
That's
man. It's
it.
like we've been doing for 20 plus years.
Absolutely.